Good morning. This is Pulse Point News. I'm Sophia Grant. It's Wednesday, August 7th. Here are the top stories from across the United States you need to know today. Apple is set to announce a massive $100 billion investment to expand its U.S.-based manufacturing. According to a White House official, this is part of Apple's broader plan to strengthen domestic production and create thousands of new jobs. The investment will support semiconductor production, clean energy tech, and next-gen AI hardware. This comes on top of Apple's earlier $500 billion commitment made in early 2025. Officials say the move reflects growing concerns about supply chain security and the need to reduce dependency on overseas manufacturing. The announcement is expected to win bipartisan praise in Washington, as lawmakers from both parties push for increased tech independence. Apple has not released full details yet, but says more information will be available later this week. If fully realized, this would be one of the largest private sector manufacturing investments in U.S. history. U.S. stock futures showed mild gains early Tuesday, ahead of several high-profile earnings reports. Futures for the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq all ticked upward as investors looked ahead to quarterly updates from Disney, AMD, Supermicro, and Snap. Analysts say these reports will offer insight into the health of both the entertainment and tech sectors. Disney's streaming performance and park revenues are in focus, while AMD and Supermicro could signal trends in AI infrastructure. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve continues to monitor inflation, though rate hikes appear paused for now. Investors are also watching Treasury yields and bond market movements closely. While economic uncertainty remains, many experts believe corporate earnings this quarter could outperform expectations. Wall Street will be watching carefully for guidance on consumer demand and spending through year's end. In a bold marketing move, Selena Gomez's beauty brand, Rare Beauty, has introduced scratch and sniff billboards across New York City. These scented ads promote the upcoming Rare Eau de Parfum, set to launch later this year. The billboards release micro-fragrance bubbles when touched, giving passersby a real sample of the scent. While many fans are excited about the interactive feature, some New Yorkers have raised hygiene concerns, especially with increased public health awareness since the pandemic. Marketing experts call the campaign a creative risk that's already generating buzz. Rare Beauty says the campaign is designed to give consumers a direct, emotional connection to the fragrance, blending sensory marketing with celebrity influence. The perfume is expected to hit shelves by October, and sales projections are strong. For now, the campaign is capturing attention and noses across Manhattan. San Francisco has activated 33 new speed cameras across the city this week, part of a pilot program aimed at curbing dangerous driving. The system automatically detects speed violations and issues fines ranging from $50 to a steep $500, depending on severity. City officials say the goal is to improve road safety without increasing police interactions. Critics argue the cameras may unfairly penalize drivers in low-income areas, but the city says financial hardship waivers and discounts will be available. San Francisco joins other cities like New York and Chicago in using automated enforcement. Early results in similar programs have shown notable reductions in speeding and crash rates. Still, public opinion remains mixed, with some praising the technology and others calling it invasive. The pilot will be reviewed after 1 year to determine long-term viability. Redistricting in Texas took a heated turn Tuesday as former President Donald Trump declared Republicans are entitled to more seats in the state legislature. The comment comes amid a legal battle over district boundaries, with Democrats accusing the GOP of unfair gerrymandering. Adding to the tension, Senator John Cornyn urged the FBI to locate several Democratic lawmakers who left the state to block a vote. Political analysts say this could reignite national debates over voting rights and electoral fairness. The state's population growth, especially among Latino and urban voters, has made redistricting particularly controversial. Meanwhile, courts are being drawn into the conflict as both sides file lawsuits. With 2026 elections on the horizon, how these district lines are drawn could shift the balance of power in one of America's most politically charged states. A shooting at Fort Stewart Army Base in Georgia left 5 soldiers injured on Tuesday. The gunman, identified as Sergeant Cornelius Radford, was quickly subdued by fellow soldiers after opening fire during a morning unit formation. Military police responded within minutes, and the base was briefly placed on lockdown. All 5 victims were hospitalized and are now in stable condition. Authorities say the shooter acted alone, but an investigation is ongoing into his motive and mental health history. Defense officials praised the quick action of soldiers and emergency staff, calling it a tragedy that could have been far worse. Fort Stewart is one of the largest Army installations in the U.S., and the incident has reignited concerns about gun violence on military bases. More details are expected following a formal military inquiry later this week. That's your news for Wednesday morning. Thanks for watching.